guys, Ben Fairbanks, CEO and co-founder of RedFOX Labs, coming to you with an update on 2020 before we get stuck into 2021. So 2020 was an unusual year. It'll go down on the records as being one of the most bizarre years the world's seen. We started our journey in Myanmar, looking at the market for our potential launch of the streaming and cashback app. We got back to Vietnam shortly after the beginning of the year, and the plans were derailed. Most people's businesses went into disarray due to COVID. We saw it as an actual blessing because it gave us a lot of time to reflect on our model, what we were doing, what we were building, and believe it or not, it actually validated the structure and the businesses that we were building. As the world pushed to being more digital due to force, it actually only further validated our plans. The streaming and cashback app I'll cover in another video. It is a complex topic, and it is something that we've been developing for a long time that's nearly ready to launch. So that is very exciting, but I'll leave that for another day. What we decided to do was to go forwards and press ahead with our series of games and NFTs that showcase interoperability between those games. For those of you who don't know, the idea is we did a retake on the classic 90s phenomenon, milk caps or pogs, and what we were deciding to do was to build a number of games where these pieces could be used across those games to unlock levels and skins and rewards. We spent 18 months developing that, team of 23 people, and we had a good look around before we decided to launch with Wax. The reason we went with Wax is because they are very well known in the NFT space, and more importantly, they had all of the tools, resources, and a marketplace for us to be able to launch. Now, being a team that doesn't have a huge number of technical staff, that's extremely important to us that we have that technical support, the tools, and what we needed to do was find a platform that actually really specialized in what we were doing for that NFT in the games. So we settled on that. We went out in August. We released the first edition of COGS, which raised $165,000, which was very good for a 3-hour period. Since then, we've given back $149,000 in prizes and rewards. And what we want to do is build a really strong community, which we think we've done so far. The game is actually in testing at the moment. The closed beta will be opened up to a select few in the middle of January, and then it will be rolled out gradually as time goes on. The second game will be hot on its heels, and we'll announce that shortly, but we will also soon see the implementation of staking and also the rewards and play to earn mechanisms, which we're extremely excited about as well. That's the first venture, and for those who know the model, it is an ambitious model, and getting the first venture off the ground is where most venture builders fall over and fail. We had the added hurdles of being in a region of the world where we're not from, using cutting edge technology, and not having anywhere near the funding that a lot of these venture builders have when they start out. So we're extremely proud of our accomplishments. We did work extremely hard. It shows in the first product, and it will show even more in the second product and second company that we launch. But to gain the attention of Mike Novogratz and Galaxy Digital was a big pat on the back for the team. They've worked extremely hard, and now we've gone into a period of rapid growth. So the last quarter of the year was hiring, and still is hiring, and trying to actually build out a really select group of people that are like-minded, have amazing skill sets, and share the same passion and belief as we do. So what we do in the Dbot model, for those of you who don't know about it, we actually get a product up, we launch it, we make sure it has that product market fit, which COGS did, and then what we do is we look at bringing on experts in those fields that can actually take that to the next level. So we're currently hiring a GM position. We've just appointed a CTO, which we'll make public in the next few days. And we've gradually brought on the team members that we need to really carry that business forward. We've also got some interest from other investors now that want to help us really sort of progress that gaming platform and move forward. So we'll make the best decisions for the business, and we'll make sure that we keep as much control as we can. As stated before, we resist where possible, and what we try and do is do everything ourselves where it makes sense to. The second business, as stated, will be the streaming and cashback rewards app. As stated, I will be doing a video on that in the coming days, so please make sure you look out for that. It is a complex topic, and it needs to be explained over a period of minutes so that you can understand how big the market opportunity is. This is the one that everybody's excited about, and I think it will be very big for us. We've also got the virtual space. It's not Decentraland for those of you who think it is. It's effectively a virtual mall or expo hall with a number of different outlets that sell physical and virtual goods. Those will be all purchasable through RedFOX, so you'll be able to use multiple currencies, and underneath it will all go through RedFOX. So that's going to provide even further utility, and for those who invest in that space, they will also have a passive income because they get a percentage of whatever transactions go through. So we also signed a deal and partnership with RSK and Coincilium, which was big for us as well. What that does is allows us to tap into a whole heap of DeFi products and services and roll those out into the Asian markets. The fruits of that type of a relationship are already being seen now. As we've just recently announced, we will be helping to launch a series of NFTs that are attached to stamps that are brought out by the Gibraltar government. So to get that type of recognition and to be able to work with governments is also very exciting. We have a number of other opportunities coming our way. We continually get approached to do work with people. We try and also resist that. We're not against working with people, and we want to work with networks, and we want to open ourselves to and expose ourselves to partnerships that allow us to unlock bigger audiences and wider audiences. What we try and do, however, is build out the projects ourselves. We build out from within. We're less likely to accept companies that come to us and say, hey, can you help us launch a product? Can we do it with RedFOX? That's not our modus operandi. Ours is to actually build and create these companies ourselves, find the best people to run them, and then hand them over. So 2020 will go down as being the year that RedFOX sort of became a baby and learned to crawl, and maybe even took its first few steps. We're still very early in our journey. Being a venture builder is difficult. It means that you're continually having to launch, get to market products and a project, find the teams to run them, and then start the process again. But what we're quickly doing is building our A team, which go from project to project and help build those out. And then once they're actually stable and they've got that trajectory, then we feel comfortable handing that over to people that are much more experienced than we are in those sectors to take those to the next level. So that's the exciting part of our model for those who don't know how it actually works. We've got the two big ventures that we're looking at in the next couple of months that will really sort of stamp our authority as being one of the premier players in this region. All of these projects will help to provide utility value to RedFOX. The introduction of the Ethereum side of things, so the ERC20 token, has also opened up a lot of doors to us, a lot of opportunities. I know that some of you have been involved in some of the other projects that have approached us or are planning on doing work with us as far as opening doorways or offering products and services to us. Just please be patient, because there is a long queue of people that we're due to work with, and there's a lot of things that we want to do, but we just want to make sure that the quality is never sacrificed in place of rushing things and getting them wrong. We've had an interesting start. We've had to overcome a lot of hurdles, and we've learned that we are best to just make sure that we get things right and really focus on making sure that our model's the right structure, and that we're looking after our brand, which is very, very important to us. So please keep an eye out in the next couple of days for the video on what the cashback and streaming app is. As stated, there is a lot of interest coming in now, and it's don't be alarmed if you don't hear any of that coming to fruition in the next couple of months. We are renowned for getting a bit of a reputation for knocking people back. We want to do things ourselves. We want to control things. We want to make sure that we do things the right way. We want to protect our brand. We think we've built something pretty special, and even though it's very small to the outside world and not a lot of people know about it yet, getting people like you, Mike Novogratz, to see it this early shows that we're doing things the right way, and we plan to continue doing things the right way. If it takes a little bit longer, then we don't mind, but the game will obviously bring in a lot of players and a lot of access to RedFOX. But once we release the virtual space, that's when we start to get our platform of being able to really launch our other ventures and have ready-made audiences, which is obviously a huge hurdle for a lot of these venture builders. We will be looking at hiring a lot of talent, and we know that a lot of people have been very hard hit with their losing jobs and company turmoil and all the rest of it. If you're an exceptional talent, you like the idea of a venture builder, and you've got some serious skills that you think you can offer, reach out, because we're always looking for amazing talent. We need to grow quickly, and we want to make sure that 2021 goes down as the year that RedFOX really put their name on the map. We're not here to play games. We're here to build serious businesses. We've got a lot of announcements coming up. We're very excited for what we're going to be doing, working with Link and RSK, doing some more work with Wax on that side, and also the other partners that we've already got established as well. So thank you for your support to date. Look forward to a massive 2021, and very glad to have you on board. See you next time.